that Mr. Isaiah Chance and Mr. Rashad Murphy made posts on social media sort of celebrating this murder.
Yes.
And specifically made posts of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Right?
That is diabolical.
No, the door was open. No.
I realized my arguments in front of the jury, Your Honor. I was just on the sideline.
No, I've ruled. No, the door's been open.
Yikes. Defense is like, let's go sidebar. I don't want this. It's backfiring.
Screen recorded a conversation that Foolio was having approximately 2 weeks prior with another person named Isaiah Chance on Spaces.
Isaiah Chance and Foolio were on Twitter Spaces together talking. Chance kills him 2 weeks later. Day 4 of the Foolio murder trial was wild. Detectives testify on how they solved the murder. It comes out that Isaiah Chance seemingly self-snitched on a jail call with his mother. A lot of information in today's video. At one point, the defense opens up a lot of stuff on Cross and it backfires completely. She got on a green blazer today. Just showing pictures of the car all riddled with bullets and shit.
And that was the one projectile that you found still intact, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. So that is going to be the driver's seat, as well as the headrest of the driver's seat.
Damn, so this is the front seat. He tried to hop out. I mean, bro really had no chance. There's like 40 bullet holes in this car at least.
How long have you been in the firearms investigation unit?
Approximately 6 years.
In this photograph, can you see where the damage from the projectile strike is on the vehicle?
Yes.
Can you stand up and point it out where it is and describe the location?
Directly above the gas tap door.
Saw the video of the vehicle, realized it was a Chevrolet Impala, believed it was a between a 2006 to 2015 or so vehicle. Researched the generations within that Chevy model, realized it was a 9th generation model Impala. Those years were 2006 to 2013. I pulled up all of the trim levels on a 2006 to 2013 Chevrolet Impala.
I never really thought about this. As a detective nowadays, you should stay up to date with like all car models. Like you should know everything about cars.
Looked at the video again, and I noticed some identifiers in the exterior vehicle that were not in each year of the trim or each trim itself. 2008 had body color, 2009 had chrome, so I nailed down my search to an 08 or 09 Chevrolet Impala.
Just through the fucking color of the handles, he pinpointed the years.
When you access that database, how many vehicles, black Chevy Impalas, did it become narrowed down to at that point?
3.
Crazy. Narrowed it down to 3 cars in Jacksonville. Wow.
Did ATF collect the casings, the 31 casings, or did Tampa Police Department crime scene techs collect those casings?
Tampa PD crime scene collects casings.
All right, and they're put into a special, like a container?
Yeah, it's a black plastic tube.
All right, and though it's kept in that tube for what purpose?
So it can't be rattled around or moved, or and DNA can't be compromised.
I assume the person that's handling the casings has on gloves?
That'd be crime scene, but yeah, that would be my assumption.
All right. You don't have any reason to believe that anyone was not wearing gloves when they were handling the casings, is that correct?
Oh, I don't have any part in that collection, so I wouldn't be able to.
Defense lawyer just trying to cast out. Crime scene tech fucked up and touched the casings.
All right, and obviously you said you did not get the report back from Maryland.
That is correct.
When you say from Maryland, that means from the ATF.
The National Lab, correct.
So that's why you don't know why or whether there was any DNA that was of value on the casings?
That is correct.
All right.
I am a crime scene detective.
Did you also have an opportunity to respond to the hospital in that case where the victim was being treated?
I did.
Was the victim in that case identified as Charles Jones?
He was.
So I think this is when he got shot in the foot by Sean Gaithright a year before or whatever. Because remember, Sean Gaithright shot him before.
From his person, the only thing I did was take pictures of him with his wrapped foot. I did not collect anything from him.
Half of you aren't subscribed. Make sure you hit subscribe right now. Thank you guys.
There was a picture of a safe. There was some rifles in the safe. Do you remember that picture?
Yes.
And those rifles, that safe, that was found in the master bedroom of the home?
Yes.
All right. It's not Sean Gaithright's room, correct?
I don't know.
You don't know? For sure, that home that you searched, that's not Alicia Andrews' home, correct?
I don't know.
You don't know if it is?
I don't know.
Did you search Alicia Andrews' home?
I don't know who that is.
So just separating his client from this house. Will that work for the jury?
So you wouldn't know if Alicia Andrews' DNA or prints are on any of the weapons that you found?
No.
You wouldn't know if Alicia Andrews' DNA or prints are on any of the casings or the gun parts that you found?
No.
You wouldn't know if her DNA or prints are on any of the cardboard boxes that you found?
No.
And you don't have any evidence that anything that you just discussed on direct examination is connected to Alicia Andrews?
I don't know who that is. No. I have no idea.
No further questions.
Ma'am, when you respond to a scene, do you know the identity of any of the suspects typically?
No.
Do you know the underlying circumstances or facts of the case?
No.
Is your job strictly related to the processing of the scene you respond to?
Yes.
Funny as shit.
It's cumulative. Again, at this point, we're going to hear more discussion about the gang war as opposed to the actual murder that is charged in this crime. So we object on all those bases. Hearsay, it's cumulative, it's more prejudicial than it's probative, it's not relevant, it is a collateral matter, not relevant to any material issue or element in this crime, the crime we are here to have a trial on.
So they're objecting, I think, to the detective testifying on all the gang war shit, because I think a detective is about to testify on ATK and 6 Block and all these gangs in the big gang war.
Overruled the objection.
Overruled.
I'm currently assigned to the gang investigations unit.
And do you continue with an ongoing process with either documenting or undocumenting?
Yes, ma'am. We investigate them, and if they continue the status within the gang, we continue to document them.
Whether now in your time with the gang unit or earlier before that responded to the incidents of violence between ATK and 1200 and 6 Block?
I have.
Jesus, look at this chart. ATK member and associates. Queso just got sentenced to life in prison. with Scotty. Look at all these people, bro. There's like 15, 16 people.
Are some of the more prominent members of the ATK group depicted in this chart? Who is Quan or Trayvon Bullard?
Quan and Trayvon Bullard was a victim of a homicide in Jacksonville in 2018.
What about Royal Smith and Jacoby Grover?
It was a triple homicide. They all were killed in the same incident.
Where did that homicide occur?
It occurred in Duval County at an area of town we call the Town Center.
And what relationship, if any, do they have to Young and Ace?
Young and Ace was the fourth victim in that case. He was shot as well. He did not die.
As it relates to the drill raps that you saw subsequent to that homicide and the shooting of Young and Ace, were there music videos put out by 6 Block which referenced that shooting?
There was.
Why they put a picture of Gaithright cheesing?
And as it relates to Gutta Zay or Isaiah Chance, did Isaiah Chance represent ATK?
He did. He is a member of ATK.
And did he have any associations or affiliations to other groups?
He had an association with 1200.
So there's the Murphys right here. They're associates at 1200. And here's Foolio's side, 6 Block. So it's a good amount of people on each side, bro. And a lot of these people are dead, I would imagine.
Jones was a member or active member of the gang 6 Block.
Yes, he was.
And his associates, as depicted here on this chart, were you able to determine or recognize the individuals depicted?
Yes.
Were there individuals included on your 6 Block summary as some of the bigger players with 6 Block that are also deceased?
Yes, there are some that are deceased on there.
The second photograph next to Mr. Jones, Bibby, is that an individual who is deceased?
Yes, he is.
Is that an individual who is frequently referenced in the drill raps from ATK and 1200?
He is.
If I remember correctly, Queso apparently killed Bibby. But that's not even the murder he just went to jail for. He went to prison for a different murder. They did charge Queso with Bibby's murder, I think. That's his second trial. He's awaiting another trial for that.
And you've had an opportunity to review the Who I Smoke video in its entirety.
Yes, ma'am.
One time or many times?
Many times.
As it relates to the response video, was there one posted by members of 6 Block?
There was.
And who posted a video in response to that?
Charles Jones.
What was the title of the video that was posted by Charles Jones in response to the YouTube video made by ATK and 1200?
The name of the video was When I See You.
I have reactions with my mom to both of these news videos on the screen right here. So go check those out if you want to see us react to these news videos a few years ago.
Ultimately, as it relates to the YouTube or music videos in this particular case, were there videos posted after the death of Charles Jones in 2024?
There was.
Did those music videos come from members of ATK and or 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically, as it relates to a music video by the title of Game Over, who was the music artist that made that video?
Young and Ace.
And when, in relation to Charles Jones's murder, was that video published to YouTube?
I'm not sure the exact time, but a couple weeks. I don't know the exact date. It was a couple weeks after.
And was there an additional video posted by 1200 members?
There was, and once again, I don't know the exact date of that one either, but it was weeks and a month after.
What was the video titled from the 1200 members?
Foolio Dead.
These boys titled it Foolio Dead. I mean, what are you doing? Do you want to get charged for something? It's almost like they're putting in effort to get a RICO case. They're showing the music videos right now to the court. I'm not going to show them because I might get copyrighted for it, but you can just go watch them if you want to. I mean, they literally put the names of victims on the screen and say they smoke them. Like, that's like a diss. Like, they're smoking on ops and shit. And this is Young and Ace's video. 12 paramedics couldn't save your fucking life, boy. I'm not going to say names, dead, and he never coming back, boy.
We see 12 paramedics. They use the number 12 because that represents 1200. The next one we see is Rod K. dead and he never coming back. Rod K. was a prominent figure of 6 Block. And then he says, I don't go nowhere without my heat coup. I don't go nowhere without my heat coup. Coup is a subset of 1200. 1200 gang members often call themselves coups. Smoking on Lil PD, and I was smoking Trey D too. Lil PD and Trey D were also prominent figures in the 6 Block gang.
And when you see the language smoking on, what does that mean?
When they say they're smoking on somebody, it's a sign of disrespect or a sign of like a diss towards the opposing gang.
Is that different from smoking someone?
It's very similar to the meaning. Smoking on someone or smoking someone simply means that they were killed.
Names of 6 Block that you can identify here.
Yes, ma'am.
Please describe what that was for the jury.
The Who I Smoke Bibby and Who I Smoke Tiki.
How about Little Nine?
Little Nine was he was affiliated with another group associated to 6 Block. He wasn't 6 Block himself.
So he was an associate of 6 Block?
In another gang, yes, ma'am.
Well, was he the member of a gang that was rivals with ATK, 1200, or their affiliates?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Bibby alive or deceased when this video was created?
Bibby is deceased.
And is Tiki alive or deceased when this video is posted to YouTube?
Deceased.
Last question, Little Nine, alive or deceased?
Deceased.
And was there any reference to an individual that was a member of ATK or NHG named Queso?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Queso related to a gang in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am. Queso is an ATK gang member.
Earlier attempt on Mr. Jones's life that occurred in Houston, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
And did that occur on or before the date that this video was posted to YouTube?
Before.
And what was it that happened to Mr. Jones at that time?
Mr. Jones was shot in Houston.
Everett, go ahead.
How are they objecting to relevance? It's literally the victim being shot previously in Houston.
Shot in Houston, and shortly after he got shot, he went live on his Instagram page in a hospital bed.
Crazy. So Foolio survived a shooting, went live, and was like taunting them, say, y'all don't kill me and shit like that. I remember this. In this song, bro says, I was lurking on his page and I caught him lacking in Houston. So he's admitting he was lurking and called him and shot him. We let off shots. He got shot and went live. I was tweaking like, fuck, man, that bitch ain't die. Bro straight up admitting he shot him and he's mad he's still alive after and went live on Instagram.
In the center paragraph, it says, I was lurking on his page and called him lacking in Houston. We let off shots and he went live and I was tweaking like he ain't die. And then, so that's speaking in direct relation to the attempt on Charles Jones' life in Houston.
Here's what my mom said about this 4 years ago.
So they're naming the people they've killed. So tell me why there's got to be an investigation that's ongoing. It just, I don't even know what else to say about it. It's so disrespectful,
well, of course,
so terrible.
There's investigation. They use songs in court, but it still there has to be physical, real evidence there that ties them to the murder.
Well, it's unfortunate that these young men are getting away with murder like this and then publicizing it and making.
Who are the individuals depicted at 3 seconds on this When I See You video on the screen, please?
In the black hoodie and the black pants with the red underwear, that's Charles Jones. On the poster board to the right, that's the 3 victims of the town center shooting, the triple homicide that occurred in 2018.
So this is Foolio at their grave sites with champagne, remember?
It's a graveyard or a grave site.
Went out to eat on his birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. He kept dissing on me. Now we smoking. I ain't saying names. Hell nah. I am a civilian. I am not involved in this.
Mr. Jones references Bibby. Do you know anything about the relationship between Charles Jones and Bibby?
They were close friends.
How about Charles Jones Bibby and Robert Howard?
They would be close friends.
And all are affiliated with 6 Block?
Yes, ma'am. Antonio Tilly, and an Uber driver, was located deceased after they crashed into a house. Evidence in that case showed that a female named Diamond Harris set up Antonio Tilly by sending him provocative.
Relevance, hearsay, outside the scope of the court's priority.
Yeah, sustain just
I think you just said Tilly got set up by a female that sent him provocative pictures. If you don't know what that means, she got him killed by tricking him.
He arrived at an abandoned house and was ambushed by a black male.
When you are referencing Isaiah Chance being a part of ATK, was there some time at which he was being removed or removing himself from that gang?
Yes, he is. He had a falling out with ATK.
And what group did he begin then affiliating himself with based on the social media posts from his accounts that you reviewed?
1200.
So this is the music video where Young and Ace posted like within a day or two after Foolio died, where he hops out of a car at the beginning saying game over. And then he starts a music video pretty much self-snitching. I made a video on this, I think.
Was there a specific reference to the homicide that occurred in Tampa on June 23rd of 2024 in the death of Charles Jones?
Yes, there was.
Can you describe for the jury what the 5.56 reference is as well?
5.56 is a caliber of round.
And was that used in the lyrics of this song?
Yes.
What was the 5.56 lyric?
5.56 increases the murder rate.
Was there a description as to clothing in this song as well?
Yeah, mask on, get up close. This is another closed case that's referencing like suspects or individuals.
Wait. Okay. Overall, go ahead.
It's referencing suspects or other individuals masking up and getting very close to the people that they kill. And it's another closed case because they died and there's no living victim.
Overall, go ahead. As it relates to the language when the artist Young and Ace is referring to Mr. Six, do you plainly, based on your training and experience and day-to-day work in this area, understand who he's referencing?
Mr. Six is Charles Jones.
Showing of Don Foolio bottles, is there some significance to that as it relates to these videos that started in June of 2024 that were posted by ATK or 1,200 members? Overruled, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, overruled.
Yes, ma'am. During my investigation into the criminal gang ATK, until after the death of Charles Jones, the Don Julio bottles were not referenced in any music video or any type of photograph that they have taken until after the death.
Is the bottle of Don Julio a bottle of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that something that was commonly related to Julio Foolio or Charles Jones? When there's a reference to his mother stronger than him in these lyrics, can you describe for us what these lyrics are highlighted for?
Yes, ma'am. His mother was shot in Jacksonville prior to his death, and she survived.
So she lived from that shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
When she was shot, was anybody else shot or injured at that time?
I'm not on the answer to that.
But you're familiar with her shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the Holiday Inn? Is there any specific relevance to the posting about Holiday Inn in this particular music video after the murder?
Yeah, the chain of hotels that was here in Hillsborough County.
I forgot Foolio's mom was shot too and survived in a separate incident.
What does Glock Party, I'm smoking op pack, put that 8 in mean?
Speculation.
Overall, go ahead.
8 is Trey D. He was shot and killed in Jacksonville. He was a prominent figure of 6 Block. When you say you're smoking an op pack, they relate the pack and like a cigarette pack or like a blunt package, and they're putting ops in it to smoke them.
In addition to having viewed the music videos that were posted, did you have a chance to review the images that were depicted in those videos?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm hiding a gun pointing at a Don Julio bottle, by the way.
And do Wappa Wicca Choppa or Spinabins have a hand sign for the gang 1200 to which they're related?
Yes, ma'am, they do.
And do they throw that sign in these music videos?
Yes, ma'am, they do.
What is the defense lawyers going to do with this? Just try to separate Alicia from any of this? She was not involved. She doesn't know about any of this. But she was texting about it in 2021. She knew a little bit.
different chart, gang chart that you captured from a YouTube video. Is that accurate?
I personally did not capture it, but I have seen it, yes.
And you've used it in sworn testimony before?
I guess you could say that.
Okay. And that was from a video from a gentleman by the name of Trap Lore Ross. That sound familiar?
I'm not sure who it was from. It was given to me. Like I said, I did not personally make that chart. I've seen it, but I'm not sure who it was from.
Okay. You are familiar with that gentleman, though, right? Trap Lore Ross.
I don't know who that is.
You've never...
Wait, Trap Lore Ross is getting brought up?
You've seen some of the hours-long documentary videos that sort of try to break down the gangs in Jacksonville.
I've seen a few.
And those videos have like millions of views.
Potentially, I'm not sure how many views they have.
Okay, a lot of views. You agree with that?
I'm not sure how many views they have.
Potentially thousands of comments, a lot of comments.
I'm not sure about the comments either.
Okay, you would agree with me that a part of in your investigations that you sometimes go through the comments in these videos?
It depends.
You'd agree with me that the fact that 1200 and ATK or 1200 and 6 Block have a beef is common knowledge?
It would depend on your definition of common knowledge. I would say that like a normal citizen of Duval County may not know about this, but if you live in the neighborhood, it's pretty common knowledge to people who live in that neighborhood or into.
So what she's doing there is getting it out to the jury that their client can know about it. It doesn't mean she killed him or was part of the killing, even though she's on camera tracking him with the 4 killers.
When I See You video, these videos have millions of views.
Yes.
The Who I Smoke video has millions of views.
Yes.
Right? But it's your position that just normal people in Jacksonville probably don't know about this?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see it. Yes,
okay.
ma'am. It says,
pressure.
it says 30 million views, and the video was posted 4 years ago.
Okay. So that's an additional 30 million views to the other almost 100 million views on When I See You and Who I Smoke, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but that would be an additional 30 million. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would taking a look at the views on Who I Smoke and When I See You, would that refresh your recollection as to how many views?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So I think she's still on the point that this is common knowledge, and Alicia didn't know about the killing, but she just knew about this because of common knowledge.
We're north of 150 million views at this point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then the last video that we mentioned that you have seen was Dead Ops 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall how many views that video has?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, we're taking a look at...
That one's going to be 7.4 million.
7.4, so maybe 160, somewhere around that?
Yes, ma'am, roughly.
Okay, and those aren't all the videos, right? There are other music videos as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And those potentially have millions of views as well?
Potentially, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alicia Andrews isn't in any of those videos, right?
Not that I've seen.
As far as you know, she's not a rapper.
Not that I'm aware of.
As far as she's not a ghost rapper writing lyrics for any of these people, as far as you know?
The lyric part, she hasn't at least been on where you like Apple Music and stuff like that. You can see written by. Her name has not come across any of those. No, ma'am.
Were you aware that Miss Albright videoed in that video, entering in the hotel right before the shooting, that she was dating Mr. Trayvon Bullard, aka Quan, at the time of his death in 2018?
I'm aware of them dating. I didn't know about the time of his death. I'm not sure about that answer.
Is that information? But you were aware that they were dating?
At some point in their lives, yes.
All right. Is that information that you provided to Detective Ramos in Tampa?
I'm not sure if I provided it, but I believe it was provided at some point.
Did you learn that J. Dot apparently may have sent Mr. Isaiah Chance money to pay for an Airbnb in this case?
Yes, I did learn that.
All right. Was he arrested in relation to this case?
Not to my understanding.
Is he a member of 1200 as far as you know?
I don't think he's a member status. That would be a better question for Detective Griffin.
Okay, understood. Is it your understanding, based on information that you received, that after this murder, that Mr. Isaiah Chance and Mr. Rashad Murphy made posts on social media sort of celebrating this murder?
Yes.
And specifically made posts of, not a football girl, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick?
Yes.
Right? As a sort of celebration to successfully having committed this murder? Is that your understanding?
My understanding, yes.
These boys compared themselves to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, the greatest coaching and quarterback duo. That is diabolical.
Brady and Belichick in the football world are considered the GOATs, which would be like the greatest of all time.
Right. And that's not something that's uncommon. That's done often, right?
What's that?
Celebratory posts, if you will.
Correct.
On social media.
Yes, ma'am. That's not uncommon.
In your investigation of this case, have you seen any posts? Do you have any evidence to suggest that Alicia Andrews ever posted anything celebrating the death of Foolio?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right. And not as a potential op or someone trolling or in any way. You've never seen any posts that suggest that she celebrated this death after it occurred?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. And during that interview, when you spoke with her, you asked her about her tattoos, right?
Yes.
You asked her about whether she had any tattoos related to Isaiah Chance or Gunman.
Yes.
And she actually opened her blouse to get ready to show you those tattoos, right?
Yes.
And you had to stop her because you didn't know what she was showing you.
Correct.
So she wasn't hiding her tattoos from you.
No, she showed him when asked.
Okay.
Okay, she wasn't hiding it, but she has it. She knows what gutta is. So her acting oblivious about gutta, it's on her chest. It's still a lie.
You're aware of someone by the name of Queso. You mentioned it before, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Queso, as far as you know, is a member of ATK?
He is.
But you're aware that Young and Ace or ATK has paid for Queso's attorneys?
Allegedly. I don't know if that's the truth or not.
Okay. You're not aware, allegedly or in fact, that Young and Ace or anyone associated with ATK paid myself or anyone sitting at that defense table?
Your Honor, improper false or speculation.
You can answer.
That would be between you and y'all and Young and Ace. I have no idea.
I'm asking you if you know.
I have no idea.
Okay. You don't know?
No, ma'am.
All right.
I wonder how she is paying for this. It's got to be a family member because this is, with these 3 lawyers, this has got to be at least $100,000. At least, right? 2-week-long trial, maybe even 3 weeks, like, and all the work beforehand, like, could be even like $200,000.
You've never investigated Alicia Andrews in connection with any crime connected to ATK?
No, ma'am.
You've never investigated her in connection to any crime connected to 1200.
No, ma'am.
You've never investigated her in any crime.
Overruled. What's your next question?
Well, I guess 2 other gangs that I was going to list, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
In connection to 6 Block.
No, ma'am.
In connection to, I guess, what we consider out east.
No, ma'am.
And in connection to any other gang in Jacksonville.
No, ma'am.
Right. Outside of the accusations in this case, her name has never come up as a person of interest in relation to any of these gangs or the crimes that are connected to these gangs. I notice you keep looking at the statement. Ask questions.
Other than.
Yeah. So you can answer the question.
She said, I noticed you keep looking at the state. She calling him out for peeking at the state. I don't even think he's doing that for like waiting for an objection. I think it's just a habit of him looking around. I really don't think it's anything.
Oh, no. Other than this crime, no, I haven't.
Okay. You're not aware of any close or intimate relation or connection that Alicia Andrews has to anyone that was murdered in this gang war?
Murdered? No, ma'am.
Okay. You don't have any evidence that Alicia Andrews had any personal or close connection to any of the people that are mentioned in these music videos that we have watched?
Not the ones we've watched, no.
Yes. So I'm asking if you're aware of any sort of personal, intimate relationship that Alicia Andrews has to any person that has been murdered and mentioned in any of these videos?
No, ma'am, not murdered.
All right. Other than Alicia Andrews being the girlfriend of Isaiah Chance, you don't have any evidence to suggest that she's somehow connected to gang activity at all?
No, ma'am.
No further questions.
Okay. Redirect.
Separating her a little bit, but I mean, bro, she's on camera. She's with the boys. Her phone's being used. A car is driving past several times right before the shooting. Like, it's not a good look. And she admits to being in the car.
Have you had an opportunity to review the cell phone extractions or the data that's been collected from Ms. Andrews' device?
Not the thing entirely, but I viewed some of it.
So some of the extraction pages or packets of information?
Yes, ma'am.
Some of the chats that were extracted from her device?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on the extractions from her device, is it apparent that she has knowledge of who Robert Howard is?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Robert Howard Kenny Capps?
Yes, ma'am.
And was Mr. Howard present at the scene of the homicide of Charles Jones in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't know Kenny Capps was present. How did I miss that? He was in one of those cars? I don't know how I missed that.
Was Robert Howard convicted for the homicide of the co-defendant's brother, Rashad Murphy, convicted for his homicide, Spaz?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
I brought that up in my last video, reading the documents. Kenny Capps was convicted of killing Rashad Murphy's brother. Crazy shit.
He was at a Rains High School football game where he was shot and killed by Robert Howard and Adrian Gaynor, which is Bibby. Robert Howard ultimately served 5 years for it and was on probation at the time of this incident.
So Bibby is who Queso allegedly killed after that. All of this is just retaliation. It's so fucked up, bro. Just constant death.
Based on your review of the cell phone extractions from Ms. Andrews' device, or at least a portion of those, are you able to also make a connection that Bibby is mentioned in that device?
Yes, ma'am.
How about ATK Keese? That's a member of a gang that's different from 1200. Was ATK Keese referenced in that device?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection to vague as to being just referenced in that device.
Whose device?
Was there evidence in Ms. Andrews' phone of her communications with ATK Keese and direct messaging in the Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there screenshots of those communications between this defendant and ATK Keese in that device?
Yes, ma'am.
What the fuck? I mean, that's a huge red flag. She's communicating with ATK members too, separately.
Or messages, from that extraction between this defendant and 6 Block member K Shorty.
Yes, there was.
And K Shorty?
K Shorty that you previously described had some kind of falling out or split off from 6 Block and is now We All We Got, YAWG.
WAWG. That is the same case. His name
I'm
is
not going
Therese.
to into this line of questioning. Actually, ask you a sidebar.
No. The door was open. No.
I'd be allowed to make my arguments in front of the jury, Your Honor. Arguments on sidebar based on this testimony.
No. I've ruled. No. The door's been open.
Yikes. Defense is like, let's go sidebar. I don't want this. It's backfiring. Judge is saying you open the door.
I just am ruling the door's been opened. Okay? No. You may proceed.
You indicated that your involvement in this particular case was attempting to share information.
I just realized you can see my cat sleeping in the back.
Just speaking about your investigation and the links of those persons. I understand it's an unusual question to ask you about who you suspected may have committed those offenses, but based on the questions you were asked by the defense, did you develop a suspect in the attempted murder of Charles Jones from October 2023?
Yes.
And do
Overruled. Go ahead.
Do those persons have a specific relationship to this defendant, Alicia Andrews?
Yes.
Are they her co-defendants?
Yes.
Yikes. The defense opened up so many doors, and the state is shitting on their face. This is backfiring.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I ask for recalls based on not being allowed to argue on my objections if I need to dig out and vote witness.
Denied. Okay. May this witness be excused? Subject to recall?
Subject to recall.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
So I think this guy did the autopsy on Foolio, so this might get graphic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put a lot of this in the video, but we know he got shot in the chest and in the back.
Was there an autopsy performed on his body?
Yes, there was. Pretty much defects or perforations of the lungs, the heart, and the aorta.
And then it ends up in the musculature of the lateral left chest?
Yes.
Let me ask you first of all, would this wound have been fatal?
Yes.
The aorta, for those of us who don't know, what is that structure? What is its function within the human body?
So the aorta is like the main pipe that takes all your blood to all your other organs to every other part of your body. So it comes off of the top of the heart, and it's pretty much responsible for making sure that blood gets everywhere inside of you.
Is it a pretty large artery?
Yes.
How long have you been in the gang unit?
Currently, a little over 4 years.
We have depicted on the chart a Rashad Murphy and a Davion Murphy. Over the course of your investigation, have you been able to assess what, if any, nickname was provided to you or that you learned to be assigned or associated to Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
Ghost 187.
What, if any, relationship is there between Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy?
I believe they're blood cousins.
And what, if any, relationship is there between both Mr. Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy to Joe Rod Adams?
If I stand correct, I believe Joe Rod and Rashad are brothers, and then Davion and Joe Rod are cousins.
Is this information that you often collect from social media or videos?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you oftentimes also have the ability to reference, for example, obituaries that are posted?
Yes, ma'am.
And in this particular case, was there an obituary for Joe Rod Adams, a.k.a. Spaz?
Yes, ma'am, there would have been one.
And is Spaz the individual that was killed at the Rains High School football game?
That's correct.
And what date did the traffic stop of Sean Gathright actually occur?
Looks like June 26th.
To exit the vehicle, is that what's depicted is that depicted in States 104?
Yes, ma'am.
Before he exited, were you able to make contact and ultimately identify the driver of the vehicle, confirming
Yes.
it was Sean Gathright in States 103?
Yes, ma'am.
And 69B, was this screenshot actually taken from the interview room after Mr. Murphy's arrest?
Yes, ma'am.
Bro throwing up gang signs in an interrogation room when...
In October of 2023, Charles Jones was shot in the foot during an attempted murder on his life. There was a cell phone device seized from her, yes.
Did you have an opportunity to review some of the contents of that device upon its impound and extraction?
I did conduct what I would describe as a preliminary review of the cell phone device, so I wouldn't suggest it was a full.
Was the content, as it relates to Ms. Andrews' device, limited to the 2 days that you had, or that device had been active?
Yes.
And were you able to ascertain the device setup date for that new device?
I believe it was June 26th.
So she screenshot this or something after the murders? This is a really bad look, right?
And who is the individual depicted to the left?
That is a gentleman named Xavier Harrison. He is a ATK gang member who goes by the nickname Fat Zay.
And who is the individual, if you know, identified to the right?
That is a gentleman named Torgon Williams, and he is also an ATK gang member, and he goes by the nickname ATK Red Dot.
Any of the individuals depicted in this image from the extraction?
I do. The gentleman on the left is a guy named Gerard Adams. He goes by the nickname Spaz, and he is associated with the 1200 group gang.
Is Spaz also related to any of the other co-defendants in this particular case?
Spaz he's deceased now. He was murdered, I believe, back in 2018. But he is related to Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy. They were doing what we commonly see when a prominent gang member is murdered. They were trolling on social media by posting laughing emojis and other related celebratory posts. They did share with us at some point early on that there was potentially a black Chevrolet Impala involved. I did share with that detective that I had screen recorded a conversation that Foolio was having approximately 2 weeks prior with another person named Isaiah Chance on Spaces, which is formerly known as Twitter. It's an open chat room where people can enter and speak to each other.
Wait, Isaiah Chance and Foolio were on Twitter Spaces together talking, and then Chance kills him 2 weeks later, or helps kill him?
Without telling me the contents of it, were you ultimately made aware of a communication between Sean Gathright and Rashad Murphy on the same date regarding the Spaces conversation?
I was made aware of that, yes.
In the hours after Charles Jones's death, did you see posts made to social media by Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the handle associated to Isaiah Chance's Instagram account?
Yes, it's Gutazay with a bunch of G's. Yes, when he was signing his constitutional rights form, which is just a form we go over with people prior to interviewing them on a criminal investigation, there's a portion of this form where they have to sign confirming they acknowledge all of their constitutional rights that have been advised to them. And I observed he was signing the form with his right hand, and it was I couldn't read it. I asked him if he was okay. And then it occurred to me later in the interview that he was doing that on purpose because one of the shooters in this investigation is left-handed. And I was able to obtain a separate interview where Rashad Murphy was read his rights and he signed that form with his left hand. So it was apparent when he was signing the form in front of me, he was signing it with his right hand. I couldn't read anything he was writing.
Bro tried to switch his handwriting to his different arm because he did the shooting with his left hand. Holy shit.
Were you able to observe the hand that Mr. Murphy signed his documents with?
He signed
Overall, go ahead.
He signed it with his left hand on that occasion.
Then, during the course of your investigation or assistance to the Tampa Police Department investigation for the homicide of Charles Jones, was Rashad Murphy interviewed?
Yes.
And did he utilize a different hand in signing those forms?
He was attempting to sign it with his right hand.
What an idiot. Honestly, if you're left-handed, why would you use your left hand in a murder? It'd be kind of smart to do it with your right hand, or just not do it at all.
The clothes that Rashad Murphy is wearing in his trip to Walmart appears to be the same clothes that he's wearing when he kills Foolio.
This guy's so cooked, and he wanted to represent himself, by the way. I don't think he's doing that anymore. At one point, he wanted to be his own lawyer. Think about how big of a disaster that would have been.
A lot of people made posts celebrating the fact that Charles Jones was dead. Yes. A lot of people wanted him dead, apparently. Yes. All those people were not guilty of killing him, though. Is that correct? No. Alicia Andrews did not make any celebratory posts about Charles Jones' death. Is that correct? Correct. Not that I'm aware of. Right. Not that anyone is aware of, correct? Yes, sir. From what we know, because the device was activated on June 26th, it appeared that the user of this cell phone device was backing up their prior iCloud. So if you were to buy a new phone, you would transfer your data through your iCloud download. So it's transferring your contacts, a lot of your old media files. So I can't say for certain when this post or this image was captured originally, but due to the transfer of data on June 26th, that's why it's timestamped that way. So I can't say when it was captured. All right. So essentially,
someone who had this device downloaded, I guess, their iCloud onto the device.
Yes.
And then, potentially, this thumbnail that you see of Foolio came from that download. Potentially.
Yes.
So, we don't know when this picture of Foolio was actually viewed and downloaded to the device or to the iCloud.
That's fair.
Do you know if the firearms in Sean Gathride's house, the ones that were in the rifle, that were in the safe, do you know if those were found in his mother's room?
I was informed that the safe was his mother's room.
So the rifles and the shotgun, those are in his mother's room?
Correct, in the safe.
His mother is former military?
She is.
She also had access to a bunch of ammunition, is that correct?
I did learn that there was an abundance of ammunition inside of their home.
All right, so the arsenal of weapons and ammunition that were found in Sean Gathride's home, were you ever able to determine what actually belonged to Sean Gathride from what belongs to his mother?
No.
But surely, out of all the pictures, you've seen the pictures from the search warrant, correct?
Yes, sir, I have.
So out of all the pictures, you're not able to say what actually belonged to Sean Gathride?
No.
And what belonged to his mother?
Correct.
Wasn't that boy pulled over with an arsenal in his car? Being pulled over with an arsenal in your car kind of leads me to believe you know the guns in your house and you use them.
You were aware that Aaliyah was with Charles Jones when he was shot and killed?
Yeah.
All right. And that was despite the fact that Aaliyah dated someone that Charles Jones rapped about killing.
Okay.
You're aware of that?
Yeah.
All right. Did you investigate Aaliyah for any potential motive for killing Charles Jones in this case?
That is a fair question. You're using the term investigating. This homicide occurred in Hillsborough County, right? So the duties of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office gang unit specifically was to assist Tampa Police Department in their investigation. At no point, were we referencing Aaliyah Albritton for an interview. So no, she was not talked to on our behalf.
All right. In the portions that you reviewed, there's no agreement in the phone that shows Alicia Andrews agreed to kill Charles Jones?
No.
No message showing that she's involved in some conspiracy to kill Charles Jones?
No.
No indication that Alicia Andrews knew Davion or Rashad Murphy prior to the killing of Charles Jones?
Not from her device.
And nothing in her device that would show or indicate that she had any sort of relationship with Sean Gathride prior to the murder of Charles Jones, correct?
Correct.
You listened to several jail calls in this case, right?
I spent a large amount of my time on jail calls.
How many jail calls do you think you listened to?
Over the course of my career?
No, just in this case.
I would estimate 50 to 100.
All right. And you began listening to those jail calls in the early stages of the investigation, correct?
Yes, sir.
To try to figure out maybe if there's someone in jail talking about who killed Charles Jones.
Yes.
You did get some information pertinent to this case through listening to the jail calls, correct?
Yes.
All right. That information led you to Isaiah Chance.
It was just another piece of evidence. I don't know if that led me to him, but...
Well, there was some evidence from the jail calls that you uncovered that made you believe that Isaiah Chance might be a suspect, correct?
Yes.
This lawyer kind of just worded it exactly how I worded my YouTube title in this over the weekend. That's crazy. The title of my YouTube video over the weekend was Jail Calls Led Detectives to Isaiah Chance. This lawyer watched my videos? I mean, I know it's kind of common sense, so maybe he wasn't.
But never anything in the jail calls that led you to believe that Alicia Andrews was a suspect, right?
Correct.
No mention of Alicia Andrews in any of the calls?
None.
You've watched several music videos with all this gang activity back and forth?
Yes, sir.
Alicia Andrews is not in any of those videos, correct?
Correct.
She's not seen holding any weapons in any of these videos?
Right.
She's not seen throwing up any gang signs in any of these videos?
I already said she's not in the videos.
All right. She doesn't have any photographs online, throwing up any gang signs, correct?
Correct.
Alicia Andrews is not a documented gang member, is that correct?
Right.
She's also not even a gang associate, correct?
Correct.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect. You were asked about some jail calls that you reviewed in Duval County. Were those jail calls that occurred immediately after the death of Charles Jones?
Yes.
And were those jail calls between gang members or their family members identifying Gutazay or Isaiah Chance as the person who committed the murder?
Yes.
Specifically as it relates to the search warrant executed on Sean Gathride's residence, you were asked about the safe in the mother's room.
Okay.
Did you also intercept a jail call as it relates to the safe that was located in the house?
Say that again?
Did you locate a call that was made by Sean Gathride to his mother about a safe located in the house?
It was Isaiah Chance.
To Sean Gathride's mother?
There was a jail call following a search warrant between Isaiah Chance and his mother.
And what was the nature of the call? What were they talking about?
He was inquiring if the law enforcement had found something, and she told them on the phone that we had not. So we went back out there to search again.
Isaiah Chance, brother, talking to his baba about the feds finding something, and they're like, oh, we missed something. Let's go back and look for it. Why are you talking about this shit on jail calls, bro?
So from the time that device was turned on for the first time and the time that it was seized by law enforcement was less than 24-hour period?
Yes.
And that would have been between June 26th and June 27th?
Correct.
Now, you are not able to date, based on the impound of the items that were collected and the upload of the iCloud, you are not able to date most of those photos because they would just reflect the date that the iCloud was downloaded to that device, correct?
That's correct.
May say that's a huge red flag, right? All this evidence against her, right? But she also goes and gets a brand new phone right after. Someone guilty does that. Someone who's not guilty would not get no new phone right after the next day. All right, that's pretty much it. So hit subscribe. Thanks for the support. Peace out, boys.